just got done training, and this is my meal for 65 grams of carbs. Show you guys how I make my shakes. I keep it very simple. 50-ish grams of protein, you know. Alright, what's going on, MD Online? This is Cody Montgomery. I'm going to be giving you guys a little brief tour of the day in the life kind of thing, but more just my meals. It's about 8 a.m. I just woke up and feeling a little bit under the weather, but I'm going to still get it done. So basically just take you guys through the day and give you an insight on what I eat and what I do throughout the day supplement wise, and I hope you guys enjoy it. So we'll go ahead and get started. I use Cellchem pre, post, intra, in the morning, at night. I do a lot for Cellchem. I go through probably a bottle of Cellchem every week and a half. And I'll usually do this as soon as I wake up. Like, if I'm going to be doing my cardio or whatever, I'll have it in the morning. Right now I'm not really doing much faster cardio. Alright, so pretty much my girlfriend Samantha cooks my breakfast most of the time. I've been eating the same thing all off season, which makes it really easy. Basically it's just egg whites, eggs, and grits. Sometimes I'll have fruit and stuff if I'm trying to, get a little bit more carbs. So my breakfast, it's roughly around 65 grams of carbs, and 50-ish grams of protein. Like I said, 3 whole eggs, 7 whites, and then a couple packets of grits. Basically, I'll walk you through what I take. I take a multivitamin, L-carnitine, like 500 megs. I got CoQ10, vitamin A, digestive enzymes, which I take 2 to 4 times throughout the day, at least with meal 1 and meal 5. And then I think this is the liver protection. And then 500 milligrams of vitamin C, vitamin B6, and then also I take my probiotic for help with digestion. And I think it's really important for us bodybuilders and people in general, but mostly, especially bodybuilders, just because the mass amount of food we have to eat. And so I think that's important. The digestive enzymes have helped me a lot, just obviously with the digestion and absorption of my food. Alright, so this is meal 2. It's about 2.5 hours after I had meal 1. And a lot of people ask me while I'm at school and everything, since I bodybuilded through high school as well, what I do during class. And this has been a staple meal 2 for me for the last 3 years, I'd say. Just the quantities have changed. Right now it's nothing crazy. It's we start out with 80 grams, roughly 1 cup of oatmeal, or oats. And I actually prefer using the quick ones, the quick 1 minute, because they're a little bit smaller. Because these are a little bit larger. They're harder to grind up. So what we're going to do, because we only have the large ones right now, is I'm just going to go ahead and grind them up, make a powder, and then I'm going to add my whey isolate to it. I do 2 scoops of the whey isolate. So we'll go ahead and blend this up, powder. And if you're going to school and everything, or you're going to have the shake later in the day, you're going to make it before you go to work, you want to make sure that you don't add the water until you're about to drink it, because it'll get hot. So 2 scoops of the whey, each one varies, and this is about 30 grams a scoop. Put this on here. The finished product. You see, it's all. You want to make sure that you go ahead and grind the oats up before you add the water, just because that it's going to make it a powder, just like the protein. It will definitely dissolve easier, and you won't get a lot of chunks. I've found out throughout the years of experimenting. So this is a good meal to, have on the go. If you're going to be gone for a long time and you're in class and you can't, get multiple meals in, then you can do this multiple times. I just do it once. And again, this is my meal 2 of this is my second meal of the day. And go ahead and get this down and, get on to throughout the day. This is meal 3. This is going to be my pre-workout meal. It is 1 p.m. Training at 2. I usually eat anywhere from an hour to an hour and a half before I train. It's a half a pound of beef and a half a pound of potatoes that Sam, my girlfriend, cooks, and she usually cooks this meal for me. And pretty much I'll just eat this, and then in about 40 minutes we'll get some pre-workout going, and we'll get that on film as well. And just chow down on this and get some fuel for the workout. So now we're about 25 minutes out from the gym. I'm gonna leave here in just a minute. Show you guys how I make my shakes. I keep it very simple. This is my pre-workout shake. 2 scoops. A little bit of the EVP. And then sometimes I'll have a cup of coffee with it. And just depending on the day, sometimes I will add some caffeine, like today, since I'm a little bit sick. Caffeine tablet, 200 megs is what I take with it. So I'll mix this up, and we're, Evogen is going to be coming out with the EPP Plus, which I'm really looking forward to, because it'll be a stimulant-based EVP. I personally like stimulants. I love EVP, and I only do stimulants when I really have to. So it's gonna be nice to be able to do EVP Plus when I want stimulants, and EVP maybe when I train late and I don't want stimulants, or I don't want to be kept up, or I'll be studying or whatever. So this shake will be my intra-workout shake. It's just 1 scoop of Celchem. Sometimes I'll add some glycojack to it on leg days and back sometimes. Right now, we just got a back pump day, not anything too crazy. So just get those scoop of Celchem in there, and that's pretty much it. Okay, guys, so I just got done training, and this is my meal 4. It's just 3 packets of grits and chicken with some fat-free Italian dressing on top, and that's pretty much it. Okay, so this is meal 5. It's about 7 o'clock roughly. It's about 2 hours and 15 minutes after I had my meal 4 that you guys just saw, my post-workout meal. And this is just rice and beef, and pretty staple meal for probably all bodybuilders. It's pretty bland. I do a little low sugar ketchup on top. And then, I'm going to give you guys a heads up. My next meal is Sunday, and Sunday is usually my dirty cheat meal I have for my 6th meal. This would usually be, on a regular day, this would be my last carb meal. And then my next meal would be chicken and salad. But tonight we're going to go ahead and we'll take you guys, whatever we decide to go eat. All right, we're about to head to In-N-Out and get our little cheat meal going on. So come on along.
Hi, how are you?
Good. Can I get a double animal style with animal style fries, and then 2 3x1s, animal style on those, and then a regular thing of French fries. It's my favorite time of the week. It's my dirty cheat meal on Sunday night, which I always have. I train legs tomorrow on Mondays, so always getting a lot of calories in before I go train legs. So this is definitely my favorite cheat meal choice is In-N-Out. And like I said, we don't have them down in San Antonio, so when I get an opportunity to have it, I usually have it, or I'll get some home cooking or something like that. But this is as good as it gets, so I'm gonna enjoy. Alright, so this is meal 7. It's about 12:45, a little bit later than I usually have it. Just got done watching a movie, and we're gonna eat this. This is the meal I have before I go to sleep every night. It's really easy and simple, and like I said, it's one of my favorite meals. It's just 1 cup of Greek yogurt, and then you mix in some whey isolate and some almond butter. And I get the crunchy almond butter, so it adds a little texture, and that's a meal for me, and that's a wrap. You know, I get my Selkim, and you know, like I said, I take digestive enzymes with about 3 of these meals today. The first meal, and then the 5th meal, and then we stick them with this meal. So this will, you know, has fast-acting proteins, and it's got some slower releasing proteins with the Greek yogurt. So just get this done, and then get on to sleep for the next day. So I hope you guys enjoyed. You know, follow me for the day, and you know, figuring out what I eat, and you know, try it out. Let me know what you guys think. Hit me up on the forums, and